All right, fight fans, our next bout is a professional bout in the flyweight division, brought to you by HKA USA. Let's bring out our professional combatants. Introducing first, fighting out of our blue corner, Tim Bailey.
Tim Bailey fighting out of stout Pittsburgh. I'll tell you what, I met him 6 or 7 years ago. At the time, he was a cop. He gave that up, resigned. Now he works as internal affairs. Has one DQ on his record, or no contest, via head kick. He is the one that threw the head kick. Chip Snyder was in the cage with him at the time. I know they said, you're going to let me get that head kick. Again, keys to victory for Tim Bailey. Use his experience. Don't rush and make a statement. He's got a decent wrestling background on him, and that's going to be needed against Drew Dickson tonight.
Yeah, it's his pro debut. He has competed in some grappling matches throughout his career also. He's number 4 in all Pennsylvania as an amateur. Very well-rounded individual. Definitely represents Stout very well.
Yeah, he's had a bit of an up and down. He has a couple tough split decision losses throughout his career. I've seen those fights live. They could have gone either way. I would have leaned towards him. But I think something that's really taught him is when he needs to go for it necessarily. Right, in your amateur MMA career, you kind of don't understand when you need to really push the pace, steal that round, and having those hard-fought losses can give you those lessons.
Yeah, and then moving up into your pro debut. I mean, he's pretty seasoned. I feel like he's very well-rounded, like you've said. So he's going to be definitely a handful for Drew Dickson on his MMA debut. Professional.
He seems very excited. He said the job change has been great for him, allows him more time to train.
True that, being a cop.
Introducing his opponent, fighting out of our red corner, Drew Dickson.
We got Drew Dickson making his way to the cage. Number 1 in Pennsylvania, was number 2 in Ohio, and number 25 in all of North America as an amateur in the flyweight division. Represent the House of Steel MMA and Fitness Center out of Lorain, Ohio. Did hold a title for the Art of War cage, champion as an amateur. And he did compete in AFP 102 as an amateur too also, and an undefeated amateur record.
Yeah, Drew Dickson, interesting prospect. Competed against each other probably 9 or 10 years ago. He had about a 9-year layoff in that time. Got back earlier this year. He had a hard-fought decision victory against an opponent from Alabama, and now he's back, ready to make his pro debut. House of Steel, solid gym. He's obviously got Drew Dixon's Fight Club on his shirt. Looks like he has Dave Graff behind him with Aries. So, good quality cornering. Very excited for his pro debut, and he looks ready to go.
And a lot of support from the crowd in here. Got very loud when Drew Dickson showed his face right behind that curtain.
Yeah, it's always nice to be able to know that you have the home crowd, especially Ohio versus Pittsburgh.
Right, but also Drew Dickson did wrestle at Kent State D1 2014-17 in high school. He did have over 100 victories, so you can expect his grappling in the game to be top notch.
And now he's working at Watermark Jiu-Jitsu with Travis Anderson, another outstanding jiu-jitsu athlete in the Cleveland area. Came from Hurricane Jiu-Jitsu, plenty of IBJJF accolades. So now he's showing up that jiu-jitsu aspect, which was the weaker aspect of his grappling game.
But definitely, we're in 125 here. Expect a very fast pace. Both of these guys can grapple at a very high level.
Drew Dickson makes his way to the cage. We are ready to go for pro fight number 2.
Your tale of the tape. Tim Bailey, 31 years old, 5'5", came in weighing 128 pounds. Drew Dickson, 30 years old, 5'3".
This professional flyweight bout is brought to you by HKA USA. Introducing first, Fighting out of our blue corner with a professional MMA record of 4 wins and 3 losses. He stands at 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 128 pounds. He represents stout PGH by way of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's Tim Bailey! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of our red corner. After a 9-1 amateur career, he makes his professional debut. Standing at 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 126.5 pounds. He represents the House of Steel, Fight Factory Cleveland, Hurricane Jiu-Jitsu, and Aries Combat Training Center by way of Cleveland, Ohio. Get loud for Drew Dickson!
Oh, just feel the energy in this building right now for this bout.
Drew Dickson has not experienced a loss in his amateur career. 9-0.
Here we go.
Always comes up with that real high guard.
Very fast leg kick.
That's one thing about Tim, very fast.
Jitterbugs. Overhand right gets through a little. Nice flying knee! Tim Bailey. Drew Dickson seems like he recovered a little bit here. Going for the takedown.
Yeah, not sure if it was more surprising than anything. Doing a good job right now keeping those hands separated, but getting a little bit too wild with his strikes.
Got excited after landing that one. Whew. Can't believe Dickson recovered like that. That was clean, man.
I'd like to see that on the replay, see where that connected. But for Tim Bailey, he's got to separate that right leg. He's got to get his knee to the cage, and he's got to start working his way up. Right, you can't accept being on your back.
He definitely needs to start using the cage to help him scoot his hips out.
He's got to hold that left arm underhook and really got to clear that right arm, getting controlled. Dickson doing a good job of controlling those legs, not letting them.
Doing a very good job at keeping his hips out, though. Making sure he can't shift.
Yeah, Tim would almost be better switching sides now. Looking to get up on the right side. Drew doing a good job again of just taking those hips, sucking them out. And now he's looking to step over to mount.
Got too up high, though.
Yep. And now, but he's got the back.
But Bailey did not take advantage of that.
No. And he's looking for the choke.
So loud in here right now.
Body triangle for Drew Dickson. He's got it on the right side as well, and he's got 3 minutes to make this work.
Put that body lock in with his legs, though. It's going to be very hard for Tim Bailey to get out.
Yeah, he's got to start separating, creating an angle. If he can get that right leg in between his 2 legs, it'll make him a little bit safer.
Ooh, is that under? Nope.
No, it's still across the chin
still.
But it's not a good, it's uncomfortable. Drew Dickson doing a really good job of switching that body triangle when he needs to. It's on that wrong side now. It's going to cause a little bit of pressure. And now Tim needs to use this to start trying to like break that circle.
Dickson with over 2 minutes of ground control here in round 1.
Yeah. Tim giving the thumbs up, but you got to still defend that choke. He's got to control a hand over one side and start trying to turn in.
Very uncomfortable, though. Not fully under the chin. Dickson's gotten very close twice here.
Tim doing a good job of preventing this choke from setting in, but Drew's just hanging on his back. Lacing those legs, doing a good job switching from side to side, not forcing anything, not losing positions. Keeps going for this rear naked choke. And again, he's safe. Now he's starting to get stretched out.
Sure.
Still under the chin.
Oh, there you go. Shifted his head to the left. That was nice.
But it went under the neck now.
Ends up slipping out again with 55 seconds to go.
And now he turns himself back
goodness.
in.
Game changer. Laying it down.
And now big shots. Tells him to get up. 45 seconds.
And there's no telling how much Drew Dickson actually put into those chokes.
Yeah, it looked like at least a couple of those he was really going for the finish on. And we got to see how those arms feel right now. If I'm Tim, I'm still looking to posture up and land some big strikes. Good advice from his corner, Mike Wilkins, there to separate, push the face and an elbow. I think that's one of the harder things when it comes to transitioning to pro is realizing you have more weapons. Right over to mount, though.
What a change here. We end up on our feet at the end of round one. After all that control time by Drew Dickson, we are back. Tim Bailey showing resiliency at the end of that round.
And what a high-level fight. Mike Wilkins sprints in. Will Moore on the corner. You got Dave Graff on the other side.
What a high-caliber fight.
Incredible. What a start to the fight. And then for the composure, the recovery from Drew Dickson. I mean, my goodness.
I want to see that replay.
Definitely. I want to see where that knee landed.
He recovered very fast,
And
though,
I
within
think we
5
got it
seconds.
right here. Just,
Oh, it landed.
it landed.
Flush. Wow.
What a way to start that fight. It just got a little big with the follow-up shots.
Drew Dickson did control him for around 3 minutes, but there really wasn't much done there. No damage pretty much at all. Had a couple submission attempts.
Yeah, but
was
I don't know how
unsuccessful.
necessarily close those chokes were. I think optically they looked a little closer than they necessarily felt.
Round two, let's do this.
And obviously, if you're Drew Dickson, you got to be aware of those dynamic flying strikes now. Good head kick. And this is the best Tim Bailey I've seen, I gotta say. And again, this is the second fight you've heard that advice from a corner. Throw it to the chest, right? Drew Dickson wants that wrestling. We're gonna start throwing strikes to his chest to hurt him on the head when he goes to level change.
He stunned him there, the 1-2. Goes for a takedown. Tim Bailey defending it.
Got to separate that hand from between his legs. But Tim Bailey with a bit of a speed advantage here, I think. Yeah, Tim needs to split his hips nice and wide, scoot out the side door.
Nice digging that underhook, though.
Yep, and that was good.
Beautiful. Here we go again. Trying to control that leg, maybe pull it back and dump it.
Guillotine, not really a threat at the moment, more so just kind of a holding position. Ref starting to take a look at this. About 90 seconds into our second round.
Very close to that takedown being successful, but Tim Bailey ends up fending it off.
And then he gets that left underhook again. Very good from Tim.
I mean,
Nice knee to the head.
When you're thinking from Drew Dickson, you're trying to transition here. It's getting defended over and over again.
Yeah. It's demoralizing.
Separate?
You weren't winning the striking exchange. That's the hard part. And you need to get there a little bit of a fence grab that we don't see. But
Tim Bailey gets away. We're back on our feet trading again.
And this is where Drew needs it. He needs Tim against the fence, and he needs to be able to level change into that.
Both change levels at the same time. Shoots again. When he
Just a
accepts
couple
it.
of mistakes.
Throws in a triangle,
choke, though. And good elbows. He can use these to cinch the triangle in deeper.
Oh, he only has about 6.
There it is. In 2.5 minutes left. And he's tapping.
He's tapping.
He's out. He's out.
Ow!
He's out. He's out. Oh, my God. What a finish by Tim Bailey! Holy shit!
Wow. He tapped like 10 times.
He tapped 10. Poor job by the referee here. Inexcusable. That is just unacceptable on the ref's end.
He tapped like 10 times.
He tapped 10 times visibly to the referee, and the referee didn't see it. That is unacceptable refereeing. What a performance by Tim Bailey. Incredible. The striking, the elbows, followed by the submission. But again,
what a way to use those elbows, though.
Beautiful.
And shifted his hips
use
over
the
right into the
elbows
pocket.
to sneak in that choke deeper.
Wow.
That is the best I've seen Tim Bailey look in any fight. He was proactive. He hit the choke. He was dynamic with his strikes, and he gets a nasty finish in the second round.
Everybody better look out for this fella.
What a statement to make in your professional debut.
Here we go here. Got a replay. That's a knee from the first round.
What
Drew
a
Dickson
knee.
ended up recovering.
And then here's
Here we
the
go
finish.
here. You'll
Ripping
see
those
these taps
elbows
coming, though.
to cut the angle.
Cinched it right
All
into
right,
the
fight
pocket.
fans, your winner of this professional flyweight bout by submission at 2 minutes and 40 seconds in round number 2. Fighting out of the blue corner, Tim Bailey.
It happens, though. The ref has a lot to look at inside that cage.
What a finish.
What a fight.
It's the toughest of shapes, if you're wondering, a triangle.
Wow.
Incredible performance.
Wish
Tim
y'all
Bailey.
could have felt the energy in this building. I tell you what.
I mean, you better keep that man in the cage for an interview.
Yes. Wow. Round 2 sub, his debut.
All right, Cleveland, Ohio, I'm here with our flyweight professional winner, Tim Bailey. Hey, I know that was an 0-0 fighter, but hey, he had a 9-1 amateur career, so you're not coming against a slouch. What was your plan going into this fight?
Kill. Like, go out there, no, but seriously, I knew Drew was going to be a good opponent. 9-1. I didn't take that lightly, so I came in here with a game plan to just dominate as many positions as I can.
Knowing this, obviously coming out with a solid one-sided victory, what do you feel your advantage was into this fight?
My speed, that's one thing we've been working on. Me, my coach Will, my coach Bob Meese, we've been working on getting my speed down, or up rather, and I think that showed tonight.
Absolutely it did. And also, hey, who do you got to shout out for giving you all the support and the preparation for this professional bout?
Miss Shailene Young, that's my girlfriend. She's, like, here's the thing, like, going to training is one thing and all, but like having her at home, knowing I can come back to, the dogs walk, food's cooked, that's such a breath of fresh air and a sigh of relief. So thank you for being that rock for me. Yeah, team coaches, of course. They already know who they are. They know what they mean to me.
There you go. They already know, and now we know. Hey, way to get at that winner. Let's get loud for Tim Bailey!